What if I told you that one of the most mysterious and advanced ancient civilizations existed long before the Maya, Inca, and Aztec empires? They built colossal stone heads, created incredible art, and may have influenced the entire development of Mesoamerican culture. But the question remains, who were the Olmecs, and why did they vanish without a trace? The Olmec civilization is one of the earliest and most mysterious cultures in Mesoamerica, and for good reason. Little is known about this enigmatic people, but what we do know is that they left behind a rich legacy of art, architecture, and cultural achievements that continue to fascinate us today. Their identity remains shrouded in mystery and are often regarded as the mother culture of Mesoamerica. Yet, even today, we have little understanding of who they were, where they came from, or why their civilization collapsed so suddenly. In this video, we're going to look into the enigmatic world of the Olmecs, exploring their contributions and achievements, their spirituality, their daily lives, and the incredible legacy they've left behind. The Olmecs were known for creating some of the most awe-inspiring artwork in ancient Mesoamerica, including the monumental stone heads that still stand as silent sentinels to their forgotten world. But who were these people really? Where did they come from, and why did they disappear? Who exactly were the Olmecs? The Olmec civilization emerged around 1200 BCE in what is now southern Mexico, primarily in the regions of Veracruz and Tabasco. Their influence reached as far as modern-day Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. But despite the Olmecs' immense influence on future cultures, much about them remains a mystery. They are believed to have been the first major Mesoamerican culture to establish urban centers and complex social structures, setting the stage for the Maya and Aztecs that followed. They were extremely skilled in art and engineering and were master sculptors, creating giant stone heads that are some of the most iconic pieces of pre-Columbian art. These heads, some weighing as much as 40 tons, suggest an advanced understanding of engineering and stoneworking. More about them later. But their art was not just about monumental sculpture. They also produced intricate jade carvings, pottery, and paintings that reflect their deep spiritual beliefs and complex social hierarchy. When it comes to understanding the Olmec civilization, historians face a unique set of challenges. For one, there are no written records of their history, leaving us to piece together their story from archaeological findings and oral traditions. This lack of written records makes it difficult to separate fact from myth and has led to many different theories about their origins and way of life. Another challenge is that the Olmec civilization flourished in a region that was prone to natural disasters such as earthquakes and hurricanes, which have destroyed many of their settlements and artifacts over time. This means that many of their cities and ruins have been lost to the ages, taking their secrets with them. Despite these challenges, researchers have been able to gather some information about the Olmec people from the few remaining artifacts and ruins that have been found. For example, their art is known for its intricate carvings and sculptures, which depict a range of subjects from mythical creatures to ruling leaders. Let's talk about Olmec society and daily life. While the Olmecs are often depicted as mysterious and even mystical, their society was highly organized. Olmec society was hierarchical, with elites often associated with religious or political roles, such as priests and rulers at the top. Their daily life centered around agriculture, with a strong emphasis on community and family. They lived in well-organized villages, with homes made of reed and wood, and ceremonial centers that reflected their spiritual priorities. They were farmers, traders, and artists who lived in large urban centers. Families were the backbone of society, with women contributing to food production and crafts, and men often hunting or involved in construction projects. Their diet likely consisted of maize, beans, and squash, and they engaged in long-distance trade. Social life revolved around the central plaza, where people gathered for religious ceremonies, festivals, and political events. The community celebrated shared rituals, dances, and ceremonies that reinforced cultural unity. Let's look at Olmec spirituality and beliefs. Olmec religion played a central role in their daily lives. They worshipped a pantheon of gods, including the jaguar, which symbolized power and the spiritual world. Their belief system was closely tied to nature, and they practiced ritual sacrifices to appease the gods. Here are a few of the Olmec achievements and contributions. 1. Colossal stone heads. The Olmecs were master sculptors, creating giant stone heads that are some of the most iconic pieces of pre-Columbian art. As previously stated, these heads, some weighing as much as 40 tons, and their construction demonstrates advanced engineering, stoneworking, and social organization. 2. Early writing system. The Olmecs created glyphs, possibly the earliest written language in the Americas. The discovery of the Cascajal block in 2006, which dates back to the early 1st millennium BCE, suggests that the Olmecs developed one of the earliest known writing systems in Mesoamerica. This challenges previous beliefs that writing systems in the region only emerged with later civilizations like the Maya. 3. Rubber production. The name Olmec means rubber people in Nahuatl, and it's now understood that they were the first known civilization to process natural rubber. They extracted latex from rubber trees and mixed it with a local vine juice to create rubber as early as 1600 BCE, which is a testament to their innovation and ingenuity in materials science. The development of rubber from natural latex inspired the later Mesoamerican ballgame. Actually, the Olmecs are credited with laying the groundwork for the Mesoamerican ballgame, which was both a sport and a sacred ritual. 4. Calendar and mathematics. The Olmecs are believed to have invented the long count calendar system. This sophisticated calendar allowed them to track long periods of time, representing dates well beyond their own civilization's lifespan, indicating a level of astronomical understanding and mathematical precision that was ahead of many contemporary cultures. The concept of timekeeping and early mathematics influenced later civilizations like the Maya. Here are a few intriguing and significant discoveries and theories about the Olmec civilization that challenge previous assumptions. 1. Sophisticated water management systems. Excavations at sites such as San Lorenzo have uncovered evidence of complex water drainage and control systems. This indicates that the Olmecs had advanced knowledge of hydrology and engineering, which was previously thought to be beyond their capabilities at that time. 2. Elaborate urban planning. Recent studies of Olmec sites have unveiled well-planned urban layouts, complete with residential, ceremonial, and administrative areas. This reveals a higher level of urban planning sophistication, suggesting that Olmec society was far more organized and stratified than once believed. 3. Early use of chocolate. Evidence from the analysis of pottery residues indicates that the Olmecs were among the first to process cacao into chocolate beverages. This early use of chocolate challenges the idea that such practices only began with later Mesoamerican civilizations like the Maya. 4. Artistic influence and innovation. The discovery of stylized art forms, such as the distinctive baby-faced figurines and jadeite masks, reveals a complex and deeply symbolic artistic tradition. This challenges the earlier notion that such artistic sophistication was exclusive to later cultures. 5. Genetic studies and population dynamics. Recent genetic analyses suggest that the Olmecs had diverse genetic makeup, likely due to extensive interaction and mixing with neighboring groups. This dispels the earlier view that the Olmecs were an isolated and homogeneous population. 6. Monumental architecture. The excavation of large earthen pyramids and platforms at Olmec sites, such as San Lorenzo and La Venta, revealed that the Olmecs could construct monumental architecture. This demonstrates a high level of societal organization and engineering skills previously attributed only to later Mesoamerican cultures. 7. Complex trade networks. Archaeological evidence indicates that the Olmecs were engaged in extensive trade networks. Olmec artifacts have been found far from their heartland, suggesting that they had significant influence and interaction with other Mesoamerican regions. This dispels the earlier notion that they were an isolated culture. These additional findings further highlight the complexity and ingenuity of the Olmec civilization, showing that they were pioneers in many areas of Mesoamerican culture. Isn't it amazing how much we can uncover about ancient civilizations with modern technology and research? Where are the Olmecs now? The Olmec civilization mysteriously declined around 400 BCE, and many Olmec cities like La Venta were abandoned. Though the reasons for their decline are unknown, some theories suggest climate change, warfare, or internal strife played a role. Despite their decline, their cultural influence persisted, laying the groundwork for civilizations like the Maya, Zapotecs, and Aztecs. Today, the Olmec legacy lives on in the cultures that followed them, especially in the Maya, who adopted many Olmec symbols and ideas, including their religious practices and art forms. Their influence is also recognized in Mesoamerican festivals, archaeological sites, and modern cultural practices. As we piece together the puzzle of the Olmec civilization, we begin to see a culture that was ahead of its time, a culture whose influence reached far beyond its borders. The Olmecs' achievements in art, religion, architecture, engineering, and society continue to inspire and intrigue scholars and historians today. But even as their monuments endure, the true story of the Olmecs remains a captivating mystery, one that challenges our understanding of ancient Mesoamerica and the forces that shaped the rise and fall of civilizations. Olmec civilization continues to remain one of the most fascinating and enigmatic cultures of the ancient world. Despite the many challenges of understanding their history, researchers have been able to uncover many of their secrets and continue to make new discoveries that shed light on their way of life. The Olmecs may have vanished, but their legacy endures in the cultural and spiritual fabric of Mesoamerica. Their story reminds us of the resilience and ingenuity of ancient civilizations. This channel is all about exploring fascinating history like this. If you're interested in discovering more, go ahead and click subscribe. It's free and it helps you stay updated on all our latest videos.